Fishing Obsessed podcast. We'll be sitting down with a fresh guest each week. Someone who shares the same kayak fishing passion that runs through our veins. We're talking kayak anglers, kayak companies, lure experts. Heck, anyone who's got a story to tell about landing the big ones from a kayak. We're setting our sights on becoming the #1 kayak fishing podcast in the world. You'll get a chuckle, a grin, and hey, maybe even a belly laugh. Because we believe in the power of humor. But above all, we're here to educate and inspire. So, whether you're a seasoned kayak angler or just dipping your toes into this exhilarating world, join us on the Kayak Fishing Obsessed podcast. It's time to reel in adventure, camaraderie, and the joy of the catch. Here's your host, Daren Wendell.
Hey, fish freaks. Welcome to the KFO show, Kayak Fishing Obsessed. I'm Daren Wendell, co-host Wyatt Hammond, and this is episode number 146. And tonight we have a treat. BassGeek is our guest, and we're diving into the latest and greatest baits and tackle, kayaks, electronics, and gear hitting the fishing industry. So if you live for new lure drops, new gear, and everything that's changing the way we fish, well, you're in the right place. We're going to break down what's worth getting excited about, what's just hype, and what we actually think is going to help you catch more fish. But before we jump in, a quick reminder, if you fish from a kayak, make safety your first upgrade, not your last. Check out KFAST, Kayak Fishing Advanced Safety Training. It's an online certification built specifically for kayak anglers to help you make better decisions on the water, prepare for emergencies, and get home safely after every trip. You can learn more and earn your certification at kfast.co. Wyatt, my man, it's been a minute.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. Yeah,
I've been watching you run crazy all over Florida down there.
Oh my gosh, that show is insanity. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but yeah, I've been running the gun in, and then back for a week, and then I'm gone. I'm leaving this Friday for a fly-in trip to Canada.
Really?
So we're going up to Lake Evans, which is you can't even drive to, right? You got to take one of those boats to take off and land on the water. And so I'm going after trophy pike. So I think the world record comes out of the lake for silver pike. So it's going to be a sick trip. I'm looking forward to a lot of that content coming out of that as well. But what are you up to? What's been going on in the world of Wyatt Hammond?
Just traveling around now. I'm up in Pennsylvania. They kicked me out of my store, so I'm up at corporate headquarters.
Oh, that's right. For a second, everyone's like, wait a second. Did Wyatt get fired? No, they promoted him to another store to kick one off. He's a modern miracle, folks. How he fishes so much and keeps this job, I don't know.
Actually, we're tired of seeing you. I haven't had a tournament in about a month, so they were tired of seeing me, so they sent me up to Pennsylvania.
There you go. I don't know. You're a magic man. All right, let's go ahead and get Mr. BassGeek. Hank, welcome to the show, my man. You doing all right?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. I mean, it's been fun. Every year, head down to Orlando. Now, I've been hearing some rumors that's not going to be in Orlando next year. I'm not quite sure. Just some random. I don't know where that came from, but I heard it a couple of times. So we'll see if there's anything to that. But yeah, last 2 years. First time ICAST was last year. Second time this year. And Hank and I, by accident, stay at the same hotel, which is in walking distance, which is really nice because parking is a pain in the butt.
Very convenient.
Yeah. And so we just happen, it's kind of a thing. We just eat breakfast every morning at McDonald's.
The Breakfast Club.
Shoot the bull for 40 minutes and walk over to the show and check out how many vendors were there this year?
I don't know. That place is huge though. So if they move it, like I mean, this can't be the size of this place. The second day we walked the entire show full.
Oh wow. You mowed the grass.
And that is, according to my phone's step meter, it turns out to be somewhere about 7 miles.
Whoa. No way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 200,000 square feet of exhibit floor. That's just how big this place is.
So if they move this, I mean, it's going to, I don't know that there's that many, unless you rent a literal football stadium.
It's Vegas. It's either Vegas or Orlando every time. I mean, that's the only place big enough.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, because I've also heard that it's shrinking. So I don't know how many people. Do you remember how many people were there last year?
No,
I don't remember last year. I mean, this year they advertised 12,000. I think maybe last year, I have really bad memory. I'm thinking like 13, 14,000. And so a couple thousand less people, if my memory serves me correct. And it's expensive, right? It's expensive to go as an attendee. It's really expensive as a company, right? I spoke with one company that were there last year and not there this year. And all in, we're not just talking like, hey, that you're renting the booth space. We're talking like getting you down there, your team down there, getting all your stuff down there, paying all the unions to carry it across the threshold of the floor, blah, 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 parking. They said they're all in for like $85,000.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a giant booth, right? Some of these companies, they have like square blocks. I mean, they go on. They take it up probably 50 booths compared to like the normal.
The Yamaha booth is most of it, isn't it?
Oh my god! Well, the biggest booth I think that I saw, big one, but there's like the Cast King. When you get to the other side,
like Cascade Rather has a huge area, because they're losing Strike King,
right? The conglomerates, massive. So it is a sight to see. Everything's just new. And what's fascinating about this, and a lot of people miss it, especially if you're new to the fishing industry, this is not a like open to the public thing. This is a trade show. And because of it's a trade show, and this kind of hurts them, I think, because they bring a lot of media in to create the hype for upcoming lures and gear and everything that people get excited about, only to find out like a lot of this stuff isn't even ready yet.
Yeah.
Right. I was holding baits in my hand. These baits right here, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. I mean, I'm holding 6 of, I think, maybe 20 in existence. Right. You get a lot of these companies are getting their baits in like these. We opened up the samples at the show.
Yeah. Wow.
Some of these things won't even like talking to. I was at a private event for Shimano. Like, when's this stuff going to be ready? Usually 3 months after ICAST, a lot of this stuff actually comes online and becomes available to the public. Same thing with Z-Man. I had a really great video that shot through the roof. I think it's at like 20,000 views right now because they launched 19 different lures, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But every time I ask them, hey, when's the availability on this? So it's either like, hey, they just launched like today, or you're going to have to wait 2 or 3 months. And so for some companies, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. You just never know.
And then the other thing, there's other companies that some of their stuff have been out since March.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
There's a kayak company still getting a kayak out, right?
Oh, hey yo!
ICAST like a year ago.
I mean, a couple months before ICAST started. Yeah, you got FluxJet finally getting kayaks out the door. So it's just a wild industry. BassGeek, Hank, do you like the show? Do you like going?
Yeah, man, I actually do like going. I know kind of, one of the knocks is that it's not open to the public, but really a lot of these companies, and the majority of the companies, are a 10 by 10 booth that are there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the floor plan, if you go, and I think it's open, anybody can go to the ICAST website and you look at the floor plan. We're talking about small companies. The majority really is small companies. And so, I say it all the time. I think, especially the first, and this, Darren, it's hard to talk to people. It's hard to get to talk to people because people are in meetings all day, those first couple of days. Yeah. And they're in meetings with, those major distributors, Walmart, places like that. And I always tell people, maybe the last day you open it up to the public, but even then, I mean, how many people are really going to travel that far to, in the middle of July when most people are on their vacations anyway?
And everyone's so hungover from Thursday, they don't really show up really late on Friday. And then around noon, everyone starts packing up their booth and walking out the door.
So, it's one of those things where, like, if you open a trade show, and for people that don't understand and haven't been in an industry where trade shows are a prevalent thing every year, you're really interfering with businesses. Now, maybe not the big companies, like they've already got their deals in place 90% of the time, but those small mom and pop companies that show up to places like this, who they're one big deal away from changing their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And could you imagine it being like, the classic?
Oh my gosh.
There's like 80 people deep, and Walmart just walks by you because they're not going to be able to talk to them.
Well, I think people understand, like, no one's selling anything.
Yeah. You're not
right.
selling.
In Expo, everyone's selling everything.
Yes.
At the trade show, no one's selling anything. It's just really they're just selling the product, and they're just telling everybody about it.
Yeah, and being in the IT industry, like, I'm really familiar with like trade shows and technology trade shows and that sort of stuff. So it's not a place where it's a place for people to do business, and they want, people like us there to be able to hype, these products. And it's even hard for us to get in and talk to people because, they're busy doing business.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting show. But show aside, it's a fun show. I mean, I know I talked to a few companies like, hey, oh man, we talked to Walmart today. We had Bass Pro Shop come over today. Like, literally this show, like you said, could change our life. And so it's fun. It's fun for me to go down there. The more and more I go and the more I create content, the more and more opportunity it seems that comes my way. So I just meet maybe 3 or 4 new people every year, and that usually changes somewhat of the directory of the Wendell Fishing channel.
It's if you're in sort of our business, it's definitely good to go, and it's good to go consistently if you're looking to do this sort of thing full time, because there were a lot of companies that I met down there. One company I shall not name, but they had purchased all the 13 fishing lures, molds and stuff. And so that was really interesting. I'd met those guys and just walking around and run into them. Got to meet you, several people down there. We, of course, they always roll out the kegs, later in the day about 4:00. So, I got a buddy, the guy that owns ICAST, right? He's always, Ryan Hanks, and he's always like, he'll just text me, pelagic, and I'm like, yep.
You're there.
We know to meet there at that booth, and we're going to stand around, have beer, talk to some pros, talk to some creators, and just some cool people. And, that's one of the funnest parts for sure, is just getting to hang out with all the guys. Like I said, the Breakfast Club, we need to grow the Breakfast Club.
We do.
There, man. I mean, we just get a whole group of guys meeting at the Mickey D's for.
Yeah, we'll be at the same place next year at the McDonald's next to the Expo Center.
Yeah,
we have the same seat. We sit in the same place. You sit in the same place. Mike sits in the same place. My cameraman. It's the same thing over and over again.
It's fun.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's dive in a little bit more tactical here. The show, someone is like, I'm sure it's still fun. You're absolutely right. It's fun. And it's our goal really when I go there. Is like, how can I find, with 600 booths there, how do I find the things and the stuff I think my community is going to relate the most to? Because there's salt. No one cares for my there's, ice fishing. There's just so much. And so tried to pull as much as we possibly could. I got venues coming out every other day for the next 2 weeks. And then ICAST is done for me, right? It's on to August, and we're going to have a good time. I got a few other things planned, but let's hop into the show itself. Who stole the show, Hank? Who do you think stole it?
I don't know that anybody stole it. Now, I know you've got a little different opinion, and you're right. I hadn't thought about that. I kind of went over and looked, but I didn't really dive into them. There was a few companies that really stood out to me. Zebco dropping the Rhino series.
Oh, let's go check this out. Let me go bring
was
this up.
Really interesting because they are, they're kind of jumping in as that direct competitor to Ugly Stick. But what I like about them is that the series of rods that they've come out with, and they've got everything from, big cat rods, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But the real bass sort of action power rods feel like bass action power rods. Now, me and you talked about this while we were down there, or maybe the other day. They're a little on the soft side, but, I always bring up, I'll tell you a rod series that to me is right around about that same price. And I think these start out about $30-$40 a pop.
Okay.
40, well, I'll say 40-50 is the Daiwa Arid X series. And if you've used the Daiwa Arid X series, which is right around that same, they're not indestructible like these. These are 50% stronger than the Ugly Stick, but they don't feel like a fiberglass rod. If you've ever used a fiberglass deep cranking rod, you'll know they're just a whip.
Did you say 50%? Is that what they're advertising?
Yes.
In the Ugly Stick?
Yes.
Which is also indestructible. So you got something that's 50% stronger than indestructible. Yes. Wow.
And so to me, it's a great kind of every angler, grab it, throw it in the back of your truck, throw it in your car. You don't have to worry about leaning over on it and slapping a tip. They're steel eyes. I just think they've done an incredible job coming out with this for, an incredible price. And,
what is the price? I didn't actually get my hands on it.
Like I said, I want to say, and, depending on the rod, how long, how big, all that. Sure. I think they roughly retail around that $40, like $39.99 or $49.99. So,
okay. This is going to be like you go to Walmart and pick up the entry-level rod, and it's going to be right there alongside your $80 lose, alongside your Ugly Stick.
Yeah.
Okay. Fascinating. Now, it won Best in Show, but I also noticed when I showed up, there were advertisements for this. Like, I am taking a piss, and there's an advertisement in front of my face. Like, I'm walking in the door, and there's an advertisement
in front of
it is subliminally. Like, I think they were giving away free tattoos if you wanted to have one. They were everywhere. And so, to what degree, I don't know, is it kind of rigged or influenced heavily? I'm gonna say rigged. Influenced heavily.
Well, influenced heavily. And let's face it, listen, if you're a big company and you can pay for a bigger group to come down, you just brought your own voting, sect, group, whatever you want to call it. So how legitimate?
Unless you're not allowed to vote unless you're media, or is there anything else? I guess I really don't know.
It's I think you can vote if you come down with the companies, you can vote.
Really? So, I know there's some. If you happen to know specifically, I didn't actually vote, but I know it's limited. It's not open to everybody, so you can't like send 1 million people there to vote and bust them in type of things. Because these companies make a lot of money off of these awards, right? If they can say, like they're going to say, Best in Show for ICAST 2026, that is going to sell some rods for you.
Oh yeah,
it's going to sell some combos, no doubt. That's why all these companies want to grab them. But it's also interesting, like you can only put your product in the showcase if you're part of ICAST.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to see anything if you're not an exhibitor for ICAST. Also, just because you're an exhibitor for ICAST, you don't have to put your new product in the showcase. For example, the new kayak, the Masa 128 from Voya X, was in it, won it for the category. However, Bonafide, and they haven't done this in years, they don't enter their kayaks. So the Bonafide XTR 140P wasn't even entered into the conversation. Would it have won? I don't know. I'm not saying that it would or wouldn't, but I'm saying that's probably the closest competition that the Masa had. I honestly think the Masa would have won over the XTR because how unique and different it is. But it's just interesting how the voting works.
Yeah.
I just got done editing a video today, walking through the new product showcase. And it was fascinating, right? There's tables and lines of everyone's trying to get that trophy. There's probably 50 trophies. And I'm seeing stickers, right? Stickers over here. And then, lures over here, sunglasses over here. It's just it's fascinating. So I can see how it could be heavily influenced, especially on the media side, right? I'm on the media side.
Yeah.
However, I could also be on 16 pro staffs as well as a content creator. And so, those are almost like guaranteed votes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's,
I take I vote all the time, and I take mine very serious. I don't care if I'm working with somebody or not. I vote for the real stuff. And so, and for example, like I won't vote for any apparel company because they just don't make my size, most of them, and most of the clothes that they make. So unless they start putting the sizes out there, showing that I can wear them, you're not getting my vote.
There you go, folks. If you want to vote next year, just put extra small on your size, and you'll get you get Hank to vote for you. Oh, I love it.
There's a lot of X's in my size.
So good. You want to share that story you shared with me at breakfast? Because I think that's hilarious. Facebook jail? Facebook jail.
Oh, yeah.
Can you share that?
So 2 years ago, I talk about this. 2 years ago, I come down. I bring a buddy of mine down with me. We're done, Friday. We've got all the interviews. We're sitting by the pool having a beer, and I just lean back. Both of us got full beards, and snap a shot, post it up there. Just kind of a ha-ha.
Chilling by the
hey, ICAST. Whew, it was rough this year, and so Facebook puts me in Facebook jail for 30 days for showing. I don't want to get you in trouble for saying this. Female anatomy. And all I'm going to say is I did appeal it because there was no female anatomy in front or behind us. It was just my rack. They decided was so hot that it shouldn't be shown.
Put him in Facebook jail.
And I appealed it. And they still denied it. So I'm in Facebook jail for my man boobs.
Oh my gosh. Tell me you got something like printed out and framed.
I don't think I have it. I'm going to
AI something for you.
Yeah.
I'm AIing something for you. Be prepared to get that via text shortly.
Yeah. It was, it was interesting.
Oh, so good.
To say the least.
All right. So who do you think stole the show, Hank? Let's start with kind of the lore categories. What do you got here? Because that's like your bread and butter.
Again, there was a couple of different companies I thought stole the show. GSM, man, and I really went there and focused on the small guy.
Yeah.
And there was some good small stuff, but I thought GSM did an incredible job. I'm really excited about the brush crank that they've come out with for Bill Lewis. I'm excited about the top water because, if you ever watch any of my monthly top fives, as soon as we get to like April, number one's always going to be a top. It's don't even bother watching the number one bait for 6 months. It's going to be top water. So they've come out with a really interesting top water bait. And that really doesn't do it justice. You can kind of see the wings on the side.
Yeah.
But apparently what those are there for is so that when it rolls over as it's coming across limbs, it kind of acts like the bill on a square bill. It keeps that bait from rolling and getting hung up. Now, mind you, I haven't used this. I'm dying to get my hands on it to try because that's a huge bite in the fall. Is running crankbaits through laydowns and brush.
So keep in mind that not everyone's looking at this. So walk through, like visually, explain what you're seeing here.
So this is a medium diver crankbait, and on either side that run kind of parallel along each side of the bait, but also along with kind of the direction of the bill from head to tail. There are these little, I'm going to call them wings, for lack of a better term. And those wings are positioned around the hook area. They're midway vertical on the bait, but they're close to the front and back treble hooks where those hangers are. And so if that bait rolls over, it's not a square bill, it is a round bill bait. And if that bait rolls over, those are there to keep the bait from rolling in and protect the treble hooks from getting into the brush as they're coming across it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really buoyant, so it is going to float up. But everything I've seen and everybody I talked to said that this thing is very, very woodless. It's not snag proof. But and you know, if anybody would know, and I have to give them this, if you haven't used their square bill, I'm telling you this right now, that is the most snagless, weedless square bill on the market.
Okay.
I mean, it is incredible. Now, ask me the name of it. I can't remember it, but I can grab it when I go.
What was the top water you were talking about? I'll bring that one up.
I can't remember the name, but it's also by Bill Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like it's got this weird sort of popping, spitting. So it's like a
stick?
popper. Yeah, I believe it is the spit stick. It's got this weird thing where it pushes water through and out the sides. So it's got this completely different. You can pop it, you can walk it. Yeah, see right there? So it literally sucks it in and spits water out the side. So it's going to give a completely different sound. I wish we could see the front of that too, but because it's a different front of a bait than I've ever seen anywhere. And you know, I always rail about how big companies don't innovate, that most of the time it's the smaller companies that do the innovations.
Yeah.
But I have to give it to Bill Lewis. Now, listen, sometimes they will swing and miss hard. You know, that one top water they had that looked like a boat up.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. Some people swear by it, but
there it is. The stutter step 4.0.
Yeah, the stutter step. You know.
It's on clearance right now, 25% off. Surprise.
But that's incredible. Now I'll tell you what, that zigzag right there. Boy,
oh yeah, you're talking about this.
Y'all messing up. Now that thing is.
All right, so this is wild. Explain what people are looking at, how you actually fish this. You were sharing with me over our breakfast club.
Yeah. So if you're old like me, you'll remember a bait called a front runner. A front runner was the ones I used. The original I heard was made of balsa, and they actually floated. The ones that got big would actually sink. Well, what the zigzag is, it's got two line ties, one in the front, one in the back. It's got a feathered treble on it. It's a very small little head. And what you do, and I've learned this the hard way. Please use braid because I got a double, two 3-pounders, and I was using, I think it was 15 or 18 pound mono, and they just snapped it right off when they go two different directions. But you want about a foot and a half leader coming off the back side of it, and you're going to tie your walking bait to the back side. So it gets the name zigzag because they kind of walk across each other. And so it looks like a small bait fish in the front, which is the feathered treble.
Yeah.
And another fish chasing it. And so what ends up happening a lot of times is those bass will hit that zigzag head, and then as they take it down, if there's a group of bass around them, one of the followers will grab that bait as it's swinging around behind them, and you'll double on it.
Pure madness. Especially in like right now, Wyatt, you mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Like these big bass, they group up in this hot water.
They do.
It is wild. I was fishing at AEP, it was over 100 degrees, and when I didn't see a lot of fish, but when I did, my goodness, there's 3, 4, 5 pounders grouping up, and it was insane. And they would follow. You'd hit one, and it'd be like 4 or 5 other big ones. You can't take it off and cast fast enough to get of course, they're always bigger, the ones chasing it, than the ones you got. 1,000%, every single time. Every time. Wyatt, have you ever fished a zigzag?
Haven't fished that. I remember the Norman front runner and the Bill Lewis front runner and all that. So I never tied it on as much as I fished Murray and stuff like that with all the schooling fish. Never played around with it.
Yeah.
All right. So you like the spit stick? That was new.
I hope I like it. Like I said, none of these I haven't put on the water yet.
That makes sense.
Except the zigzag. That one Yeah, it's got its dedicated rod.
Yeah, you can even buy them right now, right? So for those of you listening, it says the item you select is not available. It's an ICAST 2026 release.
Yep.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, what else we got?
Now, the one thing, since it was, I'm going to stick with the GSM deal.
Okay.
And I think they may have just broke the koiki market or the urchin bait market. And this is one I didn't hear a lot of people talking about. And that was Big Bite Baits. They dropped a urchin. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like $5, dude. And it's TPE. And they are and should apparently are in stock right now. And they said you don't have to worry about running out of them. So if you are an everyday angler and you don't want to pay $12, $18 for an urchin, Big Bite Baits has got you.
I'm trying to find it.
It's not the full cast. It's more like what's the size down from the full cast? I can't remember.
The 17 mil.
Yeah, I think it's right around there.
I cannot find it. If anybody knows what it's called, throw it in the comment section.
Is it not on their website?
It's not coming up on their new products website.
Yeah.
They got that Sensation fuzzy stick, but that's not what you're talking about.
No.
That's the only thing I can see right now. I need to go check the comment section. Anybody know what this is called?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm not finding it either.
I can't.
Hank, you sure that was Big Bite Baits?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Man, they're not highlighting if it was.
That is insane.
I thought there was going to be no, don't get me wrong. There were urchins there. There were a lot of urchins there.
There were a lot.
And so, but it wasn't like overwhelming. It's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It was kind of on trend with the trend of how many I've seen.
Yeah.
I did see one that I really liked coming out of Skinny Bear. And I'm trying to find like really big urchins. So you got the strike chain, the chucker, right? You get two pack there. I saw those, didn't actually get my hands on it, but I went to the Skinny Bear and they gave me this guy. He's monstrous. However, my cat got a hold of it and he started chewing off all the freaking tentacles. So it is a cat toy, literally. So I only had one. So I'm a little pissed at my cat for that, but nonetheless, these are unique, Wyatt, because, and I guess this is patented, at least that's what they told me, but they actually drilled a hole through it. So gone are the days where you're shove it and break the TPE. There is a hole drilled to this. You can easily put your frog hook or whatever you're going to use on it. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of brilliant. I don't know how you can patent that, but they did, I guess. Patent pending. Guess we'll see.
I think. Now, does that one? Who makes that one again?
Skinny Bear.
Yeah. I think. Who was it? The Chucker has 2 holes in it.
Straight King. Oh, it does? It has holes in it?
Yeah, it has 2 holes in it. And I think the new one from Rapala has 2 holes in it also.
Oh, man. The lawsuits are going to be flying. Good luck doing Straight King. Have fun with that one.
Now, I will say this. We did get an interview with Big Bites about that bait. So that will be coming out probably next week.
Tease a little bit on that?
Yeah, we'll tease a little bit. I can't believe they don't. I just looked at even Big Bite's website. Yeah, it's not on there. It blows my mind.
I don't see it. Any other urchin that was like, hey, this is a little bit different, something a little interesting?
Yeah, man. Who was it? Hold on, I've got it pulled up here. The Anomaly by Fish or Die. Small company there. They actually had a couple things out there that I really was interested in.
Is the Anomaly the one that was missing half its tentacles?
Yeah, it's like the top and the bottom. It's kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a hybrid between, like, its tentacles are like forked legs, and then it's got like the jig or skirt material in it too.
Uh-huh. Well, Tackle Warehouse won't let me into their website right now.
Oh, goody. You getting what is it, 504?
I'm getting the service unavailable. What's that about?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Here, I'm just going to go straight to Fish or Die. Here we go. I found it. Forget Tackle Warehouse.
Let's see if it'll pull up. Yeah, shout out Gabby. Let's see if it'll pull up the Big Bite Orbix.
There you go.
The Orbix.
Oh, you found it.
Yep. It's on Bassmaster and one of the Bassmaster ones.
Some in the comment section. I will never fish an urchin. Please don't.
Yeah, don't do it. He just
don't do it.
Get more fish. We appreciate you.
I'm all about it. Here we go. I found the Anomaly. Fish or Die Bait Company. So if you're wondering what this looks like, can you see that? Did I share it yet? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's on there.
Products from GSM. Yeah.
So what do you like about this one?
Well, it's a little more frilly. It's got a lot more movement to it. Seems a lot softer.
So this one's the raw. It doesn't have all the strands.
Yeah.
Then you have the standard, which has the strands.
Yeah.
There we go. I like it.
What I
13
like
millimeter core. Has 8, for those listening in, 8 bait fish style appendages, kind of radiating around the outside. So it's going to be the TPE type material. And yeah, so it's just a little different.
And the good thing about it is you can go with the core, which in Clearwater for me might work a little bit better when it's dead sleep, overcast.
Yeah.
And you can go with one that's got all the appendages, maybe when you're in a little dirtier water or heavy cover. So you get a little combo. Now, something else they actually had that I like was the shredder. Now, they didn't drop this at ICAST.
Oh. Wolf and Walmart just said, don't sleep on the shredder. I like it. Let's go find it. I'm going to go find it for you while you're talking about it.
Now, this is actually apparently something that originally started as a
I know this one. With missile baits. Yeah, I have these.
Yeah. So this is something that I'm really jacked up about, especially being that I'm not going to lie. I'm a scoper, guys. I love my scope. I'm not going to apologize. So
I actually was at the John Cruz's office, and he took us in the back, and he just grabbed, because they broke the mold, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I can't, I don't think they can mass do these or something like that. He just grabbed a bunch, here you go, have fun with it. I haven't actually fished it yet, but I got 40 of them outside and on my workbench. I need to fish that bad boy.
That's again, on a jig head, scoping, as a minnow, maybe even put a small minnow in the middle of it or a small swim bait. Use it kind of as a pulsating skirt to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker. It would be great, if the skirt pulses, to put a green pumpkin or something like that to give a swim bait the kind of girth that you would have out of a bluegill or a small bluegill, to give that body, then drop down to that tail. That would be an incredible little bluegill mimic, or like I said, if they've got it in that sort of green pumpkin, watermelon red sort of deal.
You throw it on a bed.
Speaking of bluegill here, let's go over to the hard bait, the 1 to category. I want to get your thoughts on this because this thing looks just funky. So give me a second. This is going to be the Sink Fishing Artisan Wake and Crank 130. Bring that on the screen here. Did you see this one? That guy? How'd that win?
Oh yeah, the Sink. Yeah, that's I mean, they make some wild looking baits.
It's a wild looking bait.
Yeah.
You think because it was so wild, it grabbed the attention in the midst of hundreds of lures, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'll vote for the one that stood out and I can remember."
Yeah, I think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've fished some other swim bait, multi-joint wake baits, and I really like them. But that is a very detailed, very, very interesting bait. 130 too. It's really not that big either.
No.
So most of them I've fished have been bigger, and I kind of like the smaller ones, especially during the daytime.
Do you fish a lot of wake baits?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So I come from an area where if you don't know about the long A, right? So the long A is the worst jerk bait that's ever made, right? But it is one of the greatest wake baits you'll ever use. It takes a little bit to get used to because it is designed to dive, but the long A is, especially for smallmouth.
The bomber?
Yes, the bomber long A. And it is an incredible wake bait. Now you have to fish it very slowly, but dude, smallmouth destroy. They hate it. I don't know what it is about.
I can take a guess and say East Tennessee. You're right.
There you go. That's where I'm at. And It's actually on a podcast that I co-host, the BassCast, about 2 years ago. I don't remember what lake it was on, but the guy that won the Opens Championship was up, and he was fishing a long A, and won the Opens Championship on it. And I went, "How did you know about that?" And just so happens he was real good friends with Wesley Strader. I'm real good friends with Wes's brother. And he was, so as soon as he said it, I was like, "Oh, okay, you know Wes, you know him. Okay, I know how you found out about it then." So
back in the day of melting the bills and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So
you got that one, and then there's a couple other companies. This is kind of a choose your own adventure,
it really
Hank,
is.
because we were sitting. You were actually telling me about this before I actually went to the booth at ICAST that morning at breakfast.
I know you're going to talk about.
I know, yeah, you 100%. And as you affectionately has renamed this lure, technically it's an AK punch flat or something like that.
Which it is a legitimate lure, and it is friggin' great. Like on the West Coast, and there's some East Coast guys that are not even talking about it right now. Like they don't want to talk about it. The action on this lure is different. But this lure is a little different too.
It's a lot of different. Let me find one.
You can pull up that thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up your thumbnail. You can start talk a little bit about the company if you can. So, I'm gonna bring.
So actually, Mike just found this out earlier today. I didn't know this. It's actually on their banner.
Oh really?
Yeah. So this company, the gentleman that started this company, and this is a Japanese company, was actually the guy who kind of began the whole Neko rig craze.
Oh wow!
And so and say their name again. My hillbilly gets in the way sometimes. Issei. There we go.
I had to ask him 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Right here, the secret flipping bait you're not using. Hank has affectionately renamed this the tea bagger.
The tea bagger.
So Hank, now this is, a lot of people are visually watching this. Can you explain this for the person who is listening in?
Oh, I don't know that I legally can.
No, be just as descriptive as you possibly can.
So imagine seeing a squirrel sitting on his back, cleaning his nether regions, and he just so happens to be well endowed.
There's a good-looking female squirrel nearby, that's
both length and the family, jewels. That's pretty much what this bait looks like.
I'm disappointed, to be honest with you. I'm looking at your thumbnail. By the way, fantastic work. 2, you were like, this is going to get $1 million, or I'm going to get demonetized.
Yeah, got neither.
What in the world? Now, I actually had a video because the Issei guys were coming up to me because they didn't speak really great English. And we could have a conversation. They're showing me on their phone the action of this bait, because you were telling me at breakfast that morning, like this thing when you throw it in, you're punching, and when it drops, you can actually feel the vibration. And then when you pull it up, you're like, that thing vibrates a deeper thump than a chatterbait.
Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then they showed me that video, which you can go check out on my YouTube channel. It's one of the recent shorts.
Yeah.
That is the actual video that they showed of this underwater footage, which is, man. And then recently I've had a lot of people write like, that thing kills it, clobbers them, destroys them. And everyone's like, be quiet, shut your mouth, stop talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to slit your tires.
I literally say in this video, in that video, I go, somebody is going to punch me in the face for talking about this. So.
That's it. So Issei, IISSEI.
And they've got a lot of good hard baits, a lot of other good soft baits out there. And like I said, apparently the guy who started this company is the guy that really started the whole Neko rig craze over in Japan before it came to the U.S.
So how do you fish this bait? Obviously you're punching it, but like what's
punching is to me one of the great ways. But I mean, you just Texas rig it, you can drag it. I mean, listen, throw it Carolina rigging it. Now The big thing about this, you have to put a smaller hook in it based on the size, because you don't want to inhibit that T-bag flap action.
There you go. And you can give this thing a vasectomy too and cut that right down the middle, and it flaps like beaver style.
It'll paddle away.
The surgery.
So many people commented. I had to turn away when you were cutting it in two.
Sam says dragging it seems natural.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop reading the comments, so I know all y'all are thinking of like what zinger you can write right now. I'm not gonna say them all.
Don't overlook putting it on a jig too. Putting it on a jig.
Also, Roy says you could also hang it off your towing receiver in your truck. I'm trying not to say all the things where I have to like hit explicit and then I get demonetized. So I'm just trying to keep it.
If you're not in the comment section right now, you
need to be. You should be there right now over on YouTube. You can comment all the different places it's being posted. But man, you got Justin Mayberry's ordering right now for the truck. This is a small one. They actually make a larger one,
which is wide and flat. Kind of looks like it's been run over by something.
It doesn't look like a larger one of these. That is for sure.
My wife was not happy with him that day. Kind of stomped it. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Have you tried the larger one? We bring that up.
I have not. I didn't know they made them that big.
I'm not even going to comment. I had 7 things run through my head, and I filtered every single one of them. Every single one. I can't believe it.
Holy cow.
Whoa. All right. I can't wait to cut this up into shorts and send it over to the internet and see what happens. You thought you were put in Facebook jail for a month because of... Never mind.
Listen. Facebook, when I posted that, that link, how they'll normally put the thumbnail in on Facebook, wouldn't put it in.
No.
They denied it. I got around it though. I was able to get the picture in. Somehow that snuck by.
AI and I are going to have some fun tonight. I'll be sending you something just commemorative. I might even get it framed. My wife's a woodworker. I might get this thing all framed up. Facebook jail 2024 BassGeek. I can already see it. Anyways, we're off the rails here. All right, so Issei they make this like, I forget what it's called. It almost looked like a Yamatanuki, but not like the bowling pin. Had like 8 little legs coming out the side. Yes. I was like, it's like the Kima Shimushi or something like that. Yeah. They had to say it 7 times, and I just repeated it on camera. But that one looks interesting, mostly because I really love the Yamatanuki. So those are the 2 that caught my attention. If you guys want to try something new, you can head over there and try the Teabagger. I got one. They're like, here, you can have one. So it just felt weird just taking it from another man, to be honest with you, and grabbing it and putting it in my pocket. But
that would be an exchange. Wouldn't feel good.
Wow. AK Punch. This is the lore you'll probably hear more about in the upcoming months. A lot of people who've already found out about it are keeping it quiet, and here we are pissing off the world talking about it. Love it. Issei, ISSEI, check them out. We talked about Skinny Bear. Did you see the Skinny Bear frog they had? They had four legs coming off the side. You didn't see that one? That was amazing.
I may have seen it, but listen, I told you earlier, when I go to ICAST, like a few days after, it's like my brain just dumps it. I just can't hold all of it anymore. There's just so much stuff. There was a killer little topwater by a company there. What was it called? It was called the A-Pin or something like that.
The what?
Little walking bait, but I was wanting to talk to them about it, but apparently you can't even get it in the US yet. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, a lot of stuff over in Japan, and then we eventually get it.
Yeah,
I noticed that when I was in the Shimano event. They're like, oh yeah, this Conquest. It's been available in Japan, when now we're just kind of making it available, you peons here in the United States.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Did get my hands on the new Corrado DC 150. So I got one of those. I probably could sell it for about $1,000 right now on eBay if I wanted to. But the good news is my cameraman got one too. However, reels with the left. And so, oh man, that really sucks, man. This just really sucks. Looks like I got two. Austin Hoover, I had to like pry Austin Hoover's claws away from it. And so, my gosh, people are after me. I'm taking it with me to go pike fishing, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to wear that thing out. It's got a little bit more drag, like a couple extra pounds, lighter in the spool. So essentially, it's just going to allow you to get maybe 3 to 5 extra yards of casting distance with the DC, which, you know, I'll take 5 to 8 feet, a little extra.
Oh yeah. So have you tried any of their other DCs? Like, I'm a big fan of, especially for the price, the SLX.
I have an SLX. I've been using it for a long time.
They're me too. That's like my go-to, like lighter. Like, I throw all my poppers and stuff like that. Those smaller kind of topwater baits on that.
So this is gonna be so that's a video coming out soon. It's actually a Shimano event. There was actually probably like 40 or 50 people there, a lot of media. Somehow I got in, was able to get my cameraman in. No one else was taking video. They're all like Wired to Fish and all the other places like taking photos. I feel like it was like 15 years ago, and they're really going to write an article. I'm like, what the hell? This is weird. What are you guys doing? I'm the only one who's got my camera out.
Blog this.
Yeah, I got Alex Davis talking about the crowd. I'm sitting right across the, why don't I break my camera out? So I got that video. Basically, I went into this private event, got the video. I'm going to show you guys kind of what happens in that. We were at Mudhole, which you guys never been there. If you're big in creating and making your own rods and reels from scratch, you probably purchased some things from Mudhole. So that's where the event was. So it was a good time. So that's going to be launching this upcoming week. All right. So choose your own adventure, Hank. We talk about the Lunker Hunt Camaro, or we can talk about the kayaks because you will be getting into a kayak soon.
Well, hopefully. I want to. That is the
hopefully.
one eventually. A lot is going to depend on when I can finally, get rid of the day job. So, because for me, like, look, I'm a boat guy. I'll always be a boat guy. I love my boat. That's
what Debo said, and now he's in a kayak. So,
well,
you can upgrade to a kayak. It's okay.
But there is some really good fishing on some of the rivers around, and so like I want something that I can go river fishing. And when I say rivers around here, they're wide and shallow. There's some really good smallmouth fishing, especially during the summer. And so it's something that I'm going to want to be able to. Unfortunately, I'm a fat boy, so it's going to have to be enough to keep me semi-stable. I don't want to bring a bunch of gear, maybe 4 rods and small box. Just something that I can drag across some shoals when I want to shoal hop and that sort of stuff. So
PWR, is that what you're getting?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm such not a kayak guy. Not that I hate it or I don't want it. Like, you got to remember, man, I've been my whole life has been out of a boat. So and around here, these Highlands reservoirs, there's just not areas unless it's those rivers those areas where you can go, I can get a kayak where you can't, not here. It's in the back. Look, 8-foot power poles are a total waste of money for me. I mean, they won't even hold.
You go from 0 to 40 feet in like 2
seconds.
Yeah,
literally. I can't tell you how many times I've put my boat, beached it on in the back of a cove, put my power poles down, only to shift and float out in the middle of it. I mean, we're talking about in the backs of the creeks, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's that deep all the way back. So
I love those reservoirs. A lot of times,
like the rivers, I really do want to get to the point to where we can do that during the summer. I think that'll be a blast to get to go do, and some fishing that I'll enjoy. So,
Wyatt, do you fish a lot of reservoirs, deep reservoirs?
Yeah,
yeah,
not that deep, but a lot of 30 to 60 footers.
Oh, my goodness.
No 200 plus or anything.
And it really depends on the lake. Like I've got one lake. It's a small lake, 7 miles wide or long. You can, and 7 miles long, but you can cast across most of it, and or at least almost. But even then, like it probably averages 40 feet, and the deepest part is 55. But even then, if you're on the side, I mean, it's like this, you know.
Yeah.
So if you're against the side, it goes from 0, a 20-foot boat touching the bank, it will still go from 0 to 20 feet and before you get to the, you know, cockpit. So
I live in Ohio, like this is crazy. Like it'll go like 2 feet, and then 10 feet later it might be 3 feet, and the deepest any lake around here gets is like, whoa, 25 feet. That is a deep lake. You got freaking Erie. It gets like 30, 40 feet is like deepest it gets. So
I catch smallmouth 80 feet deep in the wintertime.
You're an animal.
So
you're an animal. All right, let's talk about the.
I hate it. Really, it's so hard. I despise it.
Take forever to just get your lure down there.
It does, and we're talking about an ounce and a quarter. Like,
yeah, you're sending it too, and you're still waiting.
Yeah, I'm dropping a queen's tackle ounce ball head jig that has a quarter ounce bullet weight pegged on the top. I wish I
was back in the what are we looking at like now? About 13 years ago, I was fishing before the Demiki rig came out, fishing on Holston, and we were fishing 1/8 ounce in 90 feet of water.
Yeah. Holston's my home lake. So
Yep. You sit there and you watch it on 2D sonar and you just feed some line.
Yep. Keep feeding
some more line.
15 minutes later.
Line.
Even listen, even with like a 15-foot fluorocarbon leader and you know, like 10-pound braid, when you get down that deep, it just feels like a spaghetti noodle. It doesn't matter. It does not matter that there's no stretch. You find all the stretch.
I like him.
So,
all right, let's talk about a couple more things. Let's talk about who I thought kind of took the show. 19 new lures, new SKUs coming out from Z-Man. And Z-Man's like, it's always one of the like frustrating companies. Like, oh, I want to work with you, but like their lures are so good, they don't need me or really anybody else to sell it, because it's that sells itself, right? They become the company that's so. I mean, outside of, you know, you have to store it specifically so you don't ruin your lures. I mean, if you do all that right, you got a lure that'll last you 10x. You'll catch 10x fish on these things, just because of how awesome they are. And not only that, they just came out with, you know, also it used to be the TPEs. Oh, they all float. You got to basically weight them down with something else to get them on the bottom. They just came out with a sinking TPE. So I was talking to, I think, Ryan Harder, which is their head of marketing. I think I got that name right. If you haven't seen that video, I walk you through every single one of the 19. I don't. I basically ask the question. He rips for like 20 minutes. He knows the stuff. And they're like, oh, we tried putting salt in it, but after all the salt goes away, it's, you know, it's not a really great bait. And so they actually came up with a new type of TPE where it sinks. I was like, oh, all right. So now you have the best baits in the business, and now you can get some of them. And I think they got some of their worms that now sink. So I look forward to getting my hands on that. They have the HD Evo. And so just some beefed up hardware. They say 40% stronger than their original Evo. They have a chatterbait that looks like an inline spinner, which is interesting. It's like, all right, here we go. And then a few other things I can't at the top of my mind. Thank you, Steven. The Z-Man video you did was awesome. I didn't do a whole lot outside of I've learned how to find the right person when you walk into a booth, because I've literally done videos with someone, and if you get the wrong person, I have to come back later and find the right person. And you suck so bad. It's like I'm not sure who said it was okay for you to speak in a booth at the biggest trade show in the United States on fishing, but you're not it. Z-Man Octanes looks sick coming in from Low Life Angler. So yeah, go check out that video. That was good. Any thoughts on the Z-Man lures or Z-Man company? Wyatt, BassGeek?
I got to mess around with that Senko a couple weeks ago.
How'd you get your hands on it, you scurvy dog?
What?
Were they out?
I have my ways. I have my ways.
Yeah.
Well, the package might not have any logos on it, but
the pack might not made it to the shelf at the place where I work. However, Oh my gosh.
No, I
All
thought
right.
they
What
would.
do
I
you
thought they
think?
were going to be a little bit more Senko like, but they look like they're going to be a really good Texas rig, shaky head, all that.
Yeah.
So,
If you're a Texas rig and shaky head, you might as well just use the Elastec ones, right?
yeah,
The whole idea was
they just
for it to
last
kind of
forever.
sink like a Senko. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what
When
happens.
it's 110 degrees out in North Carolina, you rig up a Senko and you might get one cast before it melts off of there.
Yeah, and no doubt.
That sounds about
But
right.
no, I think that's a pretty innovative. And like I said, me and you were talking about it earlier. Probably one of the most innovative things at the show. And they've got 2 or 3 different baits. They've got don't they have a soft jerk bait style bait coming out with that too? That's the one I'm probably the most interested in, because for me, soft jerk bait, unless it's spring or fall, and even most time in the fall, like if you're not sinking, you're not helping me. I mean, 90% of the time I'm throwing a, belly weighted, quarter ounce, eighth ounce belly weight on a soft jerk bait. So,
So why did you see the switching gears a little bit? The Masa 128 kind of made a debut at the Bassmaster Classic. I was able to get in that there with a few people. So I've been in it. So I didn't take time to get in it again. We gave some feedback when we're there at the Bassmaster Classic, and it sounded like they actually listened to it. There's some wine coming from the motor. And so I guess they fixed that. I can't confirm it, wasn't in it. But they said they did. And then the seat wasn't wildly comfortable. So I think they upgraded their seat. They changed some of the colors, because in the sample, the thing looked like a giant tampon. You guys remember that? It was like white in the back, and the front was just like red. Like,
oh no, no, poor decision.
And so they came out with new colors, which is wise of them. Oh my gosh, so good. So what do you think of the Masa? Why?
I like the 97 platform, like the looks of like a big
one?
flat river, big flat river boat.
Mm.
I mean, I'm fishing the Susky next week, so all the river stuff is kind of in my mind right now. So, I mean, that looked pretty cool. I don't know how breakaway the motor is, but it's a very interesting platform.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the 97.
Yeah,
because they were just getting off. They're a brand new company. Usually when you launch with one kayak. So to see a second one pop in, but what is what I appreciate about them is Voyix seems to be, they're not like real fast to come to market. They're getting the feedback. They're slow. Like, this isn't their first rodeo and getting businesses up off the ground. Like, if you do the research, like the people who own Voya X have owned other companies that you are well aware. I could say the name and all of you know what those companies are. And so this is, when you feel it, it's a tough kayak. I think a lot of people are going to be very excited about it. I think a lot of people, based off what I can tell and what I've been in, if you purchase one, I have a feeling you're going to be pretty happy with it, right? Because that price point, I think they're sharing $4,000 at show for the big one, $3,000 at the show. So special prices if you get them early. But you got to understand, it's not just a kayak. That's a decent kayak. I like it. And you get the motor. You're going to get spot lock. It's also got a built-in fish finder. And so you don't have to have you don't got to buy a Garmin Striker 4 for $150, and then you're going to wire it up, and you got to find a mount for it, and then you got to buy another $80 battery. That's all there, especially for those of you who are just using the fish finder for like depth and temperature readings.
Yeah.
That's already built in. And it comes with a 15 amp hour, 48 volt battery. And so it's like, this is interesting for a $4,000 price point, and you already get all those things. So if that was on your bingo card and you wanted all those things in one, I think I saw today from an outfitter, they're saying we have never had so much demand and pre-orders for the Masa X than any other kayak out there.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of interest and a lot of people putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to this particular kayak. I think the rollout, they did a fantastic job. Didn't overhype it, right? And then kind of allowed that gradual hype mixed with a lot of people were getting in it. They took feedback well. They communicated with everybody that they took the feedback, and these are things that we changed before we brought to market. I haven't seen a company do that well in a very long time. And so Voya X, congratulations on that. I think you're going to have a future in this market. 100%.
Now, the one thing I noticed and I thought was pretty cool was that they had the built-in graph. I was like, oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's my electronics geek coming out right there. I was like, oh, smart.
It's there. So that was interesting. Let's talk a little bit about the Black Tusk Outdoor. So this is going to be the overarching company that oversees Lunker Hunt, and then a new kind of brand coming out called Worm Fishing. We'll talk about a few of the things. Their wild, wacky, inflatable arm filling tube man. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the stickety split. But let's talk about what I want to affectionately call. Let me bring this up here. It's going to be the Chimera. Let me share my screen. Let's see if I got it. I'm going to call this the toilet brush.
Yeah.
This is the toilet brush.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, though, because I saw the thing moving through the water. I'm like, holy cow, this thing's going to catch them. I know it is. I know it. What do you think of this crazy thing?
I mean, I like it. There's a lot of different ways to rig it. I mean,
how you're rigging it. What's going through your mind when you're looking at all this?
Man,
it's 6 inches, by the way. So if you guys,
right off the bat, like I'm a huge Nico rig guy, so of course I'm thinking Nico rig right off the bat. A free rig would be pretty awesome with it. Especially like I can't remember in the footage I seen. Does it float or is it a sinker?
Mojo rig, that thing.
There you go.
Let me read this.
A Carolina rig too. Oh yeah.
I don't think it floats. Nope, floating plastic. It is a float.
Ooh, yeah. Oh gosh, the free rig.
So,
be awesome.
Dragging, shaking, all that fun stuff. So I want to get my hands on this because it's like a mix of a urchin. For those listening and you can't see it, it literally looks like a toilet brush, right? It is. It's
like an old one. Few bristles missing.
Yeah. Someone else, Roy said it looks like a medieval weapon.
Yes. Yeah, mace. Ain't that
100%. It looks like a mace. All kinds of funkiness.
Looks like what was the guy from Walking Dead? The baseball bat.
Oh yeah, the barbed wire on his head. Oh goodness.
A little more pointy, maybe, but
this one's not available now, but I'm looking forward to this one. Comes in 4 colors. What were those colors? I bounced off of it here. You're gonna have Scuppernog, Pumpkin Nitro Tip. So it's going to have that on the non-brush side of this bait.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I know, right? And of course, you got GP, Classic, and then your black and blue. So I think they nailed the colors. If you're going to come out with 4 colors, those are the colors I think I would come out with. So well done there. They also came out, so under the Black Tusk Outdoors, which it's been a recent kind of conglomeration, right? Yeah. Lunker Hunt, Worm Fishing. They got a couple other ones as well I'm not wildly familiar with.
But, and I mean, leave it to Lunker Hunt for some unusual baits.
Yes.
They've kind of got that history of that.
They do. However, if they were like ridiculous, like they were in the novelty like category to me. They're actually coming. I feel like they're coming back a little bit to actual usable lures and less novelty and a little bit more legitimacy.
The owner like grabbing the reins back. I talked to the owner. Was it 2018? I remember talking to him whenever. I think that's they had like the turtle, didn't they? They had like the turtle,
tarantula,
and he was sitting there like he's like, I want to make some baits that actually look cool. He's like, but my PR team keeps telling me no.
No,
but and everything. It might be time to bring the tarantula back out.
You had it out to begin with. That's the problem. I have every time I talk crap about this, I always have someone like, "Oh, I laid in a monster on the tarantula." I'm sure if you throw it enough, you're going to catch a fish, but it's a low percentage.
There's always a pond full of starving dumb bass somewhere.
You live in Ohio. All the dumb bass. You live in Ohio. Guaranteed. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. So I'm actually excited about this. So it's kind of still in the in the like novelty type of stuff. Oh, where'd it go? So it's the wild waving inflatable tube man. Did I ever tell you? So this guy right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This thing's gonna get smoked.
You know, the bad part about this bait is it's actually a great idea, but because they put a smiley face on it,
oh, you can barely see it though.
It will. People will be like, no,
I am getting a video out before this is my one opportunity to actually get a video out before anybody else has this stupid bait.
Yeah.
And so because they're not even going to be available. I did a short on this, and I did the whole Family Guy wacky inflatable arm.
Yeah.
750,000 views on that stupid short. So like, all right, I'm gonna milk this thing. I had to go out in the river. Problem is, I only have 5 of them. I should be able to make a video out of 5. So we'll see. I'll be taking this to river soon, and you will see will it catch fish? We'll see what happens. Wyatt, I know you'd fish this, wouldn't you? Come on.
I think you probably catch a fish or two at Waccamaw.
Fish or two. My goodness, I can't. Just wait. Should be a good.
I actually own 3 spinning rods now, so I might actually be able to throw it.
Look at you. Look at you. Stinky River Tom over here. Anytime anybody throws money with a comment, I don't care what it says. I'm going to stop the show and see what he has to say. Anything new I should be looking at that might work for muskie or pike? You saw at the show asking for a friend. There wasn't a lot. Like muskie fishing wasn't really represented. It was either salt, a little bit of fly fishing, and then freshwater. Of course, I know that muskie or freshwater and pike, but I didn't see any like catfish. There was a big Mad Cats thing in the middle, but I didn't see any muskie specific booths. Did you, Hank?
There was, and this was just a stumble across sort of. They had a bait. What was the biodegradable? I'm looking right now. What was it? ATP or something? I'm trying to find it. But they actually had all these, and it's made out of like food grade, like gelatin and that sort of stuff. But they had a huge bait for muskie fishing.
Okay.
Apparently they're up north. I don't remember what it's called. I'm looking on the floor plan right now, trying to find them.
That 10-foot long worm.
Oh God, yeah.
This guy right here? Is that what you're talking about?
I know
you're talking about the giant worm. Yeah. I think it's funny that every year I walk into the new product showcase and Rapala, however you want to say it, always has a giant lure. It's the same lure. They just put like an American flag or something else, and they won. They won the category for novelty. They keep winning this stupid category every single year. I shouldn't be hating.
This company's name.
We have those in the store.
Do you for real? How much are they? $100?
$10. $10.
No, these things are like this. Oh, you're talking about these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Actually, I'll do it while BassGeek. So this is another one coming out for worm fishing, WURM fishing. If you're curious about this, this is called the Stickity Split. And what I love about this is it actually comes with 4 EWG hooks, and then 2 wacky worm hooks. And then if you open it up, you're gonna get a 32-inch worm.
32.
You see this? And so you can cut it down, right? You can get a Ned rig out of it. You can make a wacky. You can do 5, however long you want. I actually want to take this out. I want to fish the entire thing, wacky style, and do a video.
Where was that when you were at Waccamaw?
I know.
It's like bubble tape.
So it is like bubble tape. So I'm excited about that. What's cool about this? Like, okay, I can foresee myself being like, all right, I just going out for like an hour or 2. I don't want to carry the whole tackle bag. This has enough lure and enough hooks in it and just stick it in my pocket with a spinning reel setup. I can just go out for an hour. And so it's only $10. That's what I love about it too. You can get them at Walmart right now. I think they have them at Shields as well. Are they selling, or is it, people are like, what in the world is that? They probably don't even know what it is.
But that's actually a big category right now. NetBait's got a big one in their Hex Tech. It's like 18 inches, something like that.
Is it 32 inches?
It's not 32.
No.
Definitely not 32.
I don't think I've ever seen a 32-inch worm outside of.
No.
So.
But that long, skinny worm is hot right now. I don't remember. There was a Japanese company that came over with those. It might have been Raid. I can't remember who it was. But anyway,
like a Raid thing.
Yeah. And so they came over with one, and it's just basically a real long finesse, style worm. And apparently they're killing it right now.
We'll see. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get a little tiny, like 9-incher, grab the end, rip it off, and there goes my 32-inch worm before I can get the video. That's what's going to happen. Bastards. See what happens. I got 2 of them, so we'll see if I can get a video of the full thing.
Speaking of the big worm, there was a company called 8-Bit right beside of them.
Oh, let me bring
that did
8-bit like the number, or 8-bit like spelled out?
8-Bit like the number 8 BIT. They did these. If you guys like to make your own baits, they did this. I think it's called Hollow, but anyway, it's like a
Hollow shift.
Yes, and it actually shifts in the water, and so that was new. That was really neat. Like I don't make my own baits, but that is a different type of color. Check that out. I mean, just even looking at it right there and doesn't do it justice.
Yeah. So this is a silica-based color shifting powder pigments designed, blah, 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 blah. Safe for use in epoxy, 40 microns. It makes it compatible with airbrush applications as well. So this is a powder that you can buy, essentially. Yep. There you go. Here's all the colors. Ghost Trout, Solar Sugar, Molten Core, Joker. Oh, they got all kinds of colors.
And what's odd is, I didn't know this, but that company is actually a near me company. They're really close to where I'm from.
Okay. Then they got Moon Dust as well. Looks like a similar type of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like hollow shift powder. Scales. All right. 8-bit. So this is really if you just make your own stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely for the bait maker guys out there.
Yeah, I hate making baits. I can't tell you how much I hate making. I thought it'd be fun like 2 winters ago, like kind of go all in. I would learn about the process, and it was fun for like a month. And then like, crap, I got all these molds. I have plastic everywhere. I got to put a microwave outside. Molds are expensive. They never come out right. They're always cavitated. It's like, my gosh, I really just enjoy opening up a bag of baits 1,000 times more than making my own and catch. Everyone's like, oh, it's so exciting to make a bait and then catch a fish on it. No, it's not. It's more exciting to have someone else go through the time, and then you just cruise through 50 different types and catch a fish on it.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And I know guys, every guy that I've ever known that started making baits, they always have friends who then are like, hey man, can you make these colors?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they get into making baits, and then they never fish again. Every single buddy of mine,
every one of them,
started a fishing lure company, has told me the same thing. Don't do it. Don't get into it. You never get to fish again. And they basically tell me, they're like, if you want to go fishing more, start a hunting company. That's what one of them told me one time.
Really? I don't know. I hear people, I've actually heard this a couple of times, like other creators, I think I'm going to start a bait company. I was like, go ahead, bro. There's less competition for eyeballs, because you are not going to be creating content if you start a company here soon. And I haven't heard from them ever since. You must have started it and you got burnt out on that, because you can never like scale fast enough. Like if you get it going in your garage, you get some out the door, and then you got to start making some macro investments, and you run out of time, and then you're up till 3 a.m. And then, like you said, you're not fishing anymore, and then it becomes a job really fast.
It is. Yeah, it is. And it's not. I'd rather go fishing with the baits than make the baits and then go fishing.
No, 100%. Last thought of the night. So I was walking through the new product showcase. It was kind of fun. I'm looking for a place to store my urchin baits. And there's a lot of people out there like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And they're kind of piecemealing it together. But a lot of these companies, of course, with the craze, are creating storage options. And so I came up to one. I was like, oh, this looks pretty good, coming out of a Plano, DTF Innovations or something like that. I think it's the parent company. And I was like, oh, this is sweet. You basically push it through and it sticks in a hole. And I saw the price. I was like, this thing's $82.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. And I was like, right next to it, it was like Busby. I was like, well, this is 82. This is going to be 182. And I go look at the Busby one, and I didn't look at the price yet. And I'm pressing on it. I was like, okay, this is pretty good quality. Actually, better quality than the Plano box. And I looked at the price, and I was pleasantly surprised. The Busby box was only 40. It was half the price of the Plano box. When has anybody ever said that in the history of mankind? Right? Yeah. I was actually wildly impressed with a lot of stuff coming out of Busby. Last year, I saw some things that were like $450 for tackle boxes. Like, you guys are not even like in my hemisphere.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks ago, remember Wyatt when we were talking about Norries? And I had someone comment later, how do you not know what Norries is? You got a podcast. I was like, I don't know what Norries is because it's $700 a rod, and it's not even in my like orbit or in 99.99% of the people listening to.
Why look, as a bass angler, why do you need a rod that costs that much?
I don't know. I'd rather break 17 before I bought one.
I mean, look, I get it. If you've got 4 rods and you're fishing with those constantly, I'm sure they're going to hold up forever. And if they're bottom bouncing baits, they're probably going to have the best feel in the world. But I just don't fish with one rod that much.
No, it better hold up forever because you only get a 1-year warranty on it.
Like, you don't need a spinner bait or a crankbait rod or any sort of moving bait, a chatterbait rod that's that sensitive or costs that much. You just don't. You don't. That is straight like buying a Ferrari and living in a trailer park down by the river, right? Like, I mean, it is just you saying, you know, it's about the size of that tea bagger. You know what I'm saying?
Big flex. Big flex. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. So Busby. So I was like, okay, Busby, you're going to impress me. I might actually own one of your boxes because right now you're the best one that I've seen. Evolution had one that was soft sided. It was around $50. I was like, okay, I like really Evolution stuff. I like Evolution. I think for the like money, if you're looking for the best value for the cost, I think you're gonna land right there in the Evolution box. You're gonna be really, really happy.
Yes, right? I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm not a hater. I actually like live fishing boxes. I work with them, and those are like one of the boxes where if you don't ever want to buy another tackle box the rest of your life, like it's $40, but you're not gonna have to buy another one.
Yeah,
like pretty much ever. Those things are way over engineered and overbuilt. But the Evolution also fantastic value. But then I walk a little bit further down the aisles and I see another Busby product. It's like, oh, this is like a rigging station.
Yeah.
If you like to be organized or you're taking apart reels, or they have like little magnetics and cups everywhere. I was like, oh, this thing's gonna be like $100, guarantee. It's like $40. What?
Wow.
Busby's bringing down their prices to like the everyday angler, and I'm here for it. I was almost like, just by default, I don't like Busby because I think they're overpriced and they're not even my orbit. Right? I'm not in the $450 range of hardly anything. My truck barely costs $450. And so I was excited to see that coming out of Busby. What are your thoughts? Do you see any maybe I missed something? Did you see any tackle storage for the urchin bait that you liked?
No, I think you covered it. You know, I'm probably going to pick up the ones from Evolution. I like the soft cases. I've already kind of pivoted to all that for my soft plastics down that I carry in my boat. So that's absolutely going to be one. I was actually working, and when I found out that they were coming out with that, I was actually working on one of their deep double deeps with some Amazon suction cups and hot glue. And I was like, oh, forget it.
Done goofing under that.
Yeah. So that, like you said, Busby, and I love Busby. Busby, I'm real good friends with the owner, and he's a great guy. But yeah, I think that's one of the knocks on Busby, man. It's always been, gosh, they're innovative, but so pricey for you know.
It might be changing. If you've marked them off your list of not even looking anymore, you might want to take a second look. You might be surprised. What I loved about the Evolution box, that it was adjustable.
Yes.
So inside of the Evolution box, you could basically say if you had big urchins and small urchins, and you didn't want them touching or whatever it is, you could actually move them versus a lot of the hard plastic cases you couldn't. It was you put it in one spot, and if it's big or small, it either fit or it didn't. It didn't.
Now you do know there is a way if you get your urchins all out of whack, right, to fix them.
What's that? How you do that?
You basically, and a lot of people will say, oh, put some tape on them. Do not boil the water. Do not boil it. If you boil it and you dip it, it will, and it's TPE, they will melt completely off. Get it hot, dip it quickly a few times, and it will straighten them right back out. Flip it around, get your tongs, dip it a few more times, and it'll straighten the other side out perfectly.
Well, there you go. What happens if your cat chews off the ends of the tentacles?
Well, that side you put your hook on, because something else that a lot of people don't know is that most of the Japanese guys actually cut the tentacles on the side the hook comes out of for better hook-up ratio. For me,
my cat's on to something. Come on.
It's hard. It's hard for me to look at it and go, $20.
Oh, gosh.
It's kind of like cutting the tea bagger in half. You got to close your eyes and look away.
Oh my gosh. Wyatt, I am curious from where you work. Like, what's like the number one seller in right now? Like, what are people like asking for?
The as far as those go, or just
just in general? What moves the most at your store? Like, what's your top 3 best sellers?
I mean, it is those. Like, it's out of my store, it's those, Yumdinger, and I don't know, probably something in the Zoom line. My whole Zoom aisle is just constantly empty.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
The craziest part of at least the urchins that I did not expect is what do you think the best color out of the hags is that we sell?
I mean, I'm not gonna say green pumpkin now. So
see, I would think it would be the Scuppernong, but I'm betting it's something like I've got a whole.
Now don't tell us. Now I'm gonna go over the hags.
Wait.
I'm gonna bring them up. So I need you guys to say.
I think the best color that we sell. We don't have the blue and stuff like that. We don't have all the colors, but
they're
not blue.
One of the dawn colors. They've got like 2 that are like pink.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna bring these up, and we're gonna have people guess in the comment section here. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Hags prickly pears. All right. So it's either gonna be Red Dirt Renegade,
which is
was a Scuppernong, right?
Yeah.
Guadalupe Haze,
which is a good one.
Terralingua Heat.
I don't have that one. That's just
the Roja Sandia.
It's a good color.
Texas Starlight, which is white,
one.
And the Palo Duro Purple.
See, that's now
I have to go purple because it's so weird.
Yeah,
I'm saying purple. What are you saying, Hank?
I'm going with you. I think
purple. All right, Wyatt. What do we got?
It's the white one.
The white one. Really? There's something I don't know.
Wow. The wow.
I was stocking them the other day, and people were taking them before I even put them on the shelf.
Wow.
It's the craziest thing. That's that and the uni. The uni's the same way. The white one's immediately gone.
So I don't understand the uni. So what I've noticed which is good news for everybody listening in who wants to get into urchins when they're once too expensive, the prices are coming down. Right? I'm seeing now they're still selling them at $20, but now they're coming in like 2-packs. You'll start to notice on some, like the Chucker comes in a 2-pack, it's $20, and a lot of the individual ones are coming down in price. So that's good news. But I still don't understand the uni. I think it's so small and it's still $20. Like they're holding strong on the $20 price point. I don't know if I'll ever get my hands on one because I'm never paying $20 for a little one like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Have you fished one yet, Hank?
Oh yeah,
the uni.
Not the unis. No, it's that I don't. Yeah, I'm lost on that price point.
Yeah, not good. Now, when it comes to the urchin, you were doing videos on urchin baits like 2 years ago, weren't you?
I was the first Koiki True Quickie video on YouTube.
How long ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And did you see like an uptick in that video, or just it got buried?
Once it started, I actually seen more of an uptick in the short that I cut out of it.
Oh,
but
really?
yeah, I seen a little bit of an uptick on it. So we
So-
were actually fishing them for smallmouth on South Holston, oddly enough, and just knocking the far out of them about 20 feet deep around the tips of laydowns.
So 2 years ago, you were already on it. Have you used it since, or you just did a video on it and it's kind of moved over?
I've used it hit and miss. Like if I again, for me, early spring when they kind of move into those laydowns and brush piles to spawn.
Yep.
And late fall, once they kind of move in, because there's a period where especially the largemouth will kind of pull in around that. Generally happens around that 65, 64 degrees up here, and they'll come off those suspended shad and all that stuff, and they'll pull in and they'll just kind of get in brush, and you can literally watch them as it gets colder just slide down until they get down to the the guts of the creeks and that sort of stuff. And so when they're in those trees, like fishing them over top of that is kind of when I use them. Right now, I don't really night fish, so at nights it might work real well. I don't know how well it would actually work, maybe a black one or something. But right now, I mean,
throw a rattle in there. See if
yeah. As soon as the sun comes up, dude, they're out in the middle. The shad are out there, and it's just easy pickings for them.
Yeah. So you talked earlier about when you go full time. Can you talk about that online?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Because I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you.
I know, man. I know.
I thought I heard the year before you're like, hey, I'm going full time. Next year you'll see me, and you're still working for the man.
I am. And, I just hit my financial goal, overcame that again. So please fire me. I beg of you, fire me tomorrow. Or no,
make my dreams come true and fire me. You and Wyatt living the same dream right now.
Yeah. So no, the thing of it is I don't know how much of this I should actually talk about, but I really don't care. So I was planning on quitting March of last year, and so we got bought out by I won't name names, but a major corporation.
Mm-hmm.
I work for a data center that's owned by a regional healthcare company, and so they haven't came out and said this is all speculation. I've been in IT for 26 years, so I kind of know the writings on the wall. So I'm kind of waiting around to see what happens. I don't want to walk out of the building without maybe, getting a package.
Oh, yeah. You want the golden handshake on the way out.
We're not going to say what the package might be. It could be urchins. Maybe they watch the channel. So,
never know.
And so, I'm just kind of waiting around this year to see what happens. And probably next year, I'm done. I'm out. Minus a catastrophic issue one way or another. I'm not waiting another year. I'm done. So
I'm excited for you. I remember that time. It was like, okay, this is.
Dude, I've been waiting for it for what feels like 5 years, and we're there. Things are good. It's going to be interesting because the industry is, it's in a tight spot.
It's a tough spot, right?
And so we'll kind of see how that goes.
It's hard for anything. It's hard for a content creator to get paid right now because early on, a lot of these companies got burnt by overpromising, under-delivering.
Yes.
From content creators. Now, the past couple of years, everyone's moved over to an affiliate. But there's a lot more value a content creator brings into the actual sale. Yeah. Or you might have sold something and then they might not have used your affiliate, or maybe a few more steps down the road after they watch your video and another one of your videos, somebody else's videos end up clicking on their affiliates. You don't get attributed to it. And there's endorsement issues, but A lot of companies simply just don't want to work. They'll give away product to your freaking blue in the face.
Yeah.
Like I slap product away like nearly every day.
Every day.
It's
and if you don't mind me, I'm going to throw this out there. Because I'm a big believer. Like listen, I'm never going to be a dude that lives in an HOA because I'm the guy that's going to get fined all the time, right? But the premise of an HOA is that it preserves your investment in the property and the properties around you. Mm-hmm. And so one thing that I always try to stress to young creators or creators that are fresh is learn, and I don't think enough of us old creators talk about it enough, talk about what you're worth and what your actual value is. And so what ends up happening is the community takes less money than they should, which devalues the entire market. And, knowing good and well that we outsell 90% of professional anglers. And that's not me making up a stat. I can show you the numbers. It's something that you should be aware of. And affiliate links, let me tell you and I'm not a marketing guy, but I've been doing this long enough. I promise you, I have a degree in marketing now.
Yeah, right.
And the thing about it is, the thing about affiliate links that I tell people, and I work simply with an affiliate with Tackle Warehouse, but Tackle Warehouse is one of those exceptions to the rule, right? Is because if you go to Tackle Warehouse, generally people are going to buy more than what you're recommending to them to use. But if you go to an individual company's website, the problem is, and I ask business owners this all the time. I'm like, when was the last time that you seen something on YouTube and actually went and clicked on the link versus just Googling it or going to a website where you thought it was?
Right.
So the actual numbers, and you can Google this, when it comes to affiliate marketing, you'll get about a third of the people that watch your video that click on that link. They'll out of that, or that go looking for that product.
Right.
A third. So a third of that third will click on the link. 2/3 of that third will go find the bait. So you do not get credit for that. You don't get sales.
No, 100%.
So the reason why most companies are super hyped on affiliate is because they know they can underpay you for the service that you provide. And then what you have to remember is you're not a salesman. I am not a salesman. I don't have anything to do with their website. I'm not standing in their business. I'm not, telling them. I'm not there to finish that sale. That's on them. So most bait companies, if you ask them what their conversion rate is for their website. So conversion rate is clicks to sales. Now, you know what the actual average conversion rate is? What is a good conversion rate in internet sales?
It's like 2-3%, isn't it?
That's right, 2 to 3%. So
I know my personal conversion rate.
There you go.
It's 14%.
Exactly. So, which is your personal conversion rate. Now, think about that. That's the numbers you can follow. Your actual conversion rate is actually 2/3 higher than that. So
that's crazy because I moved $250,000 last year. I use Amazon affiliates.
Exactly.
And so that is not even, that's just a glimpse of who actually went through, which I appreciate. Thank you guys so much for that. It helps me make a living. But what you're saying, Hank, because that's not even like that's just a portion of what you're actually doing. But companies don't care. It's just the most finite thing that I can see.
Exactly.
And I get companies reach out, oh, you want an affiliate? I was like, I literally tell them now, I need an affiliate. Like I need a hole in the head.
Exactly.
I want nothing to do with another affiliate. I will go out of business if I focus on that.
Yeah. There's only a few affiliates that are really, as a creator, that are really worth doing, in my opinion, especially in the bass fishing world. And one of them is Tackle Warehouse.
Well, good luck getting them there.
I know. Me and you talked about this.
I'll talk about it again. I need someone to pay attention.
The other is Amazon.
I use associates. Yeah. And it's the easiest but lowest margin.
Yeah. And the other is any big ticket product, big ticket where you're gonna sell, batteries, where you're gonna sell, large accessories, graphs, boat,
Sure.
Boat steps, that sort of stuff. Because you're only going to get a percentage, but that percentage is going to be automatically higher when your viewers buy something.
Yeah.
So for all you people out there that think we just make all kinds of money, we make all kinds of money because we hustle and bleed and sweat. And
you make all kinds of money?
I don't make all kinds of money. I don't make all kinds of money. No.
I make a living.
Yes,
that's what I make. It's not
as the old saying goes. If you want to be a millionaire in the bass fishing world,
start off a billionaire.
Start out as a millionaire.
That's right. I need a tackle warehouse hookup. That's all I know,
dude. I keep haggling them. I will pass your name along because I have failed you on that. I did not ever pass your name along, and I apologize.
No, it's fine. Like I had Debo pass my name along, and I did a follow up for whatever reason. You'd think it would make sense that a company would be like, oh yeah, affiliate. It's found money at that point for someone here. But no, they said no.
I don't understand that at all. At all.
We'll see.
Anyway, I hate to get into the business because I know most viewers hate to hear about the business.
No, it's all good. If they made it this long, they're diehards. Appreciate every single one of you. All right. I can't believe we're at an hour 42. So let's go and close this shop up. Wyatt, what do you got going on next couple weeks? Susquehanna.
So yeah, I'm up in Pennsylvania right now. Thinking about may run over to Ohio, land and fish. I got talks of that on the table. I'm in Greensburg, PA, so right outside Pittsburgh.
You're 2 hours from me right now, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm leaving on Friday for a week. So
where are we going fishing on Saturday?
Saturday, I will be driving 17 hours into Canada.
Woo.
Yeah, not looking forward to that.
Yep, you're going to Susky sometime between Saturday and Tuesday. Sometime I'll be heading over there to break every single thing on the kayak that I have.
Fantastic, love it. Hank, what do you got coming down the pipeline?
Man, I don't even know. I'm still in such a whirlwind after ICAST. We got videos coming out, I'm sure. We've got the whole ICAST video coming out. It should be out next week. Right now, my boat, I think we've got videos for the rest of this week and next week, a couple of fishing videos, and the ICAST video. And I'm just praying that I get my boat back tomorrow because I dropped it off the Friday before ICAST and for the 300-hour maintenance, and they forgot that they had it. So, awesome. So they were putting the plugs in it today. So hopefully I'm going to get to go pick it up tomorrow and we'll get to go fishing Thursday.
Heck yeah. If you guys have not yet done so, head over to BassGeek, follow this guy, Salt of the Earth, one of my favorite creators. Also, if you've not followed Wham Fishing on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well, go follow them. They will help make you a better angler. Folks, Wyatt and I are not going to be on next week because I am in Canada. However, the following week, I'm sure we'll get someone on. You guys have a fantastic next couple weeks. We'll see you in a little bit. And, appreciate y'all. You have a good one.